Hello, we're at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix in the second season of Wmwesports. We're currently P8 and this is our quali lap on the softs. Need to get up the grid. Good quality is important here, just due to the twisty nature of the track and also the limited opportunities for overtaking. We have made much of an improvement, if any at all, as we go up up the hill. So limited gains in the first sector. So we get a wheel on the grass there, doesn't affect our entry for the corner. Really easy to invalidate the lap through that chicane. As we now get to the twisty sector. So nearly half a second up, quickest of all through there, onto purple middle sector. I've struggled with this sector all weekend. Never quite sure when to put the power down. Just a complete lack of grip just through them. Same here. So we lose a tenth or two. Where will we be? So that's P4 for the time being. And at the end of qualifying, Matty's on provisional pole at the moment. Mini Laverick's about to come around the last corner. See what he comes around with. Can he put her on pole?
Yes.
Oh, he does by the smallest of margins. So Mini Laverick on provisional pole. I don't think anyone's doing a lap at the moment. That looks as though the grid's set. And that is how the grid is set.
Oh.
So the top 9 separated by 1 second.
Fourth
to ninth separated by half a second. And as you can see, it's raining as we get onto race day. It's forecast to rain until the middle of the race, so this will make strategy even more interesting. I'm near the standings from following the last race. We had a bad race in Silverstone, so dropped points to Matty, of course, and that's the scoring criteria for the league. And so as we get on to race day, 5 lights and go. We get really bogged down the stack and a lot of wheel spin. Got to control, otherwise we're going to veer to the left. Nyari gets a super start, storming up our right as we're able to take the race in line. Complete lack of grip compared to qualifying with the wet conditions. So we hold on to P4 from Nyari at this point. But we brake too late, we run wide there. Nyari's just going to slide up her inside. And we've got Mattoman putting pressure on us behind us. As we go up the hill for the first time. Nyari having a look at Matty there, that's brave. Thinks better of it. As we run wide again. And Mattoman's just going to storm up her inside. So 2 positions lost in the first lap already. Really difficult to find where the grip is, and the spray's not helping either in regards to picking a braking point. As Mattoman ahead of us puts pressure now on Nyari. And we're losing a lot of time to the leaders as well. We've got Metcalf behind us. So at the moment, as we end the first lap, it's Mini Laverick in leading, followed by Skarma, followed by Matty, followed by Nyari, followed by Mattoman, followed by myself, followed by Metcalf, and followed by Brown Dog in P8. And it seems everyone got a really clean start in the wet conditions. Mattoman putting pressure on Nyari here. Hopefully Nyari managed to buckle under that pressure. We can slip through as well. Nyari having a great start from 8th on the grid up to 4th. It's impossible to know when to put the power down in these conditions yet. The track's slippery anyway, so it was even worse when it's had a downpour. I'm so cautious of when I hit the accelerator. As we get a oversteer there, but so does Nyari ends up off track, so Matman's going to go straight through. Can we have enough momentum? Not quite. I think if we didn't have that little bit of oversteer then, we'd have managed to get through then as well. And even at that low speed, we still get lack of traction. So we're going to follow Nyari now as we start onto lap 3. Otherwise we're going to lose touch with the leaders a little bit. Lap by lap though, I am gaining in confidence. And so I can put it at the throttle down early, as you can see on the right there. The table as it stands, so we'd be more than a race win behind Matty if it stays like this. Still cautious then when I put the throttle down. I'm still not too confident in the car, though I'm better than I was. I've got a gap to Metcalf behind me. As I get a hint of oversteer there, we're going to run wide. Will I hit the wall? Will I hit the wall? No, I've kept it out of the barriers. Just about, but that will have lost me some time. Try and rejoin the track safely, which I do from Brown Dog behind me. We're on to lap 7. We've caught back up with Nyari now. And looks like Matman's got past Matty.
The track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres.
So we're still in P6 and this has not been a good start to the race for us. Lucky on lap 3 that we didn't stick it in the barrier, but need to keep our head down now and get on with it. The track does feel as though it's drying slightly.
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
As Nyari's gonna Nyari's gonna keep in front of us. I don't think we're gonna get close enough on this lap. As we run wide there, just lose a bit of ground. And we're just playing slow through there, very cautious. And so on lap 8 here, we're still chasing Nyari down. But we're both catching Matty, who's in 4th now.
Be aware we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
As Nyari runs wide through there, but we can't put the power down enough in time. We'll get closer, but we won't get past him there. But I think Nyari's struggling now. Tyre wear is quite bad here, so I wonder if he's used his tyres a bit more than we have. As Nyari gets oversteer going into that corner exactly the same as we did, doesn't run quite as wide, but he's lost momentum. We're going to shoot up the inside, we're going to have to brake. Hit the apex. Little bit of contact. So that's into us into P5 on lap 8 as we about to start lap 9. And as you can see, the track is definitely drying now. And so I think it might be time to put some dry tyres on. There is still a little bit of spray. And so I'll make the call to stop for mediums. Gap to Matty ahead is 5.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And so we made the stop by lap 13. We're now 2 seconds behind Matty. And I'm really enjoying the mediums at this point. There's a virtual safety car in front of us and Matterman's out. Matterman's in the wall. There he is. So that's us up to P4 now. So a shot for the podium may be on here.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait
See him
for
out.
green.
So after all that, 2.5 seconds behind Matty. And on lap 13, going on to 14, we're definitely catching him now. And as you can see, as it stands now, Matterman's out. Scarmel moving to 4th in the championship. Will be 21 points behind Matty. As we're setting purple sectors, we're definitely closing up to Matty at this point. Need to be wary of Laverick behind us on the soft, who's catching up on us. And it seems Matty's lost a whole host of time through here. He must be really struggling, whereas we're putting in purple sectors still. I think Matty must be really struggling. We're really enjoying these mediums. Not the optimal line for that chicane, but it'll do. So yellow flag somewhere on track, no sign of a safety car though. And at this point in the race, I'm really enjoying these mediums. You can see how quick I'm catching up to Matty now. There's one thing catching up though, it's another thing to overtake. I'm right behind you, I didn't see him. So we're in the DRS range now. We're not going to be close enough to try and overtake or anything here, but we're in DRS range. We're going to start putting pressure on. So I'm still setting personal best sectors. Smarty takes a wide line there. So we will be within DRS range again. So we're still in DRS range currently, but no chance of making a move there. We're definitely putting the pressure on Matty at this point though. As we run wide through there. But I'm so much more confident now in putting the power down earlier than I was. I may have lost a bit of ground here though.
Faster engine modes are available.
Used a lot of ERS. So I may be out of DRS range. So maybe it's now Marty's turn to get a bit more confidence in the cars. We're out of DRS range now, so we've lost some ground. So as we start lap 17, we just need to keep in touch. Maybe Marty's managed his ERS better than us in his fuel. But as we jump on to lap 19, you can see we are in DRS range again and we're closer. We have got quite a bit of fuel, so I'll put it into rich mode. I want to try and get this move done. Especially as I've got a 6-second penalty, as Matty hasn't accrued any penalties as of yet. So at this point I'm really chasing Matty down. So lap 19, Mini Laverick remains in the lead, followed by Skarma, followed by Matty and me quite close behind, and then Niari's behind me. Sorry, Laverick's behind me, followed by Niari. So I don't think I'm going to be close enough on this lap. But on lap 24, this might be my best opportunity. I'm a lot closer than I was. We'll be nearing the pit stop window soon. And every lap I struggle through that final corner. And it really compromises me. So we're in half a second of Matty now as we go up the hill. And we're really piling the pressure on. This is the closest we've been to Matty through here though, so as long as we don't ruin our exit on that last corner, we might get a run on him. And I think we might here. We pull out, we brake a little bit later, we hit the apex, might get a hint of oversteer, there's a little bit of contact, yeah. No damage done. No. And so that's up into P3. And I'm going to decide to pit now. Because I want to get a little bit of undercut on Matty as well. So we pitted before Matty, we've done a purple last sector. We will come out quite comfortably ahead of him. He only pitted a lap after us, but the undercut is very, very strong here. And so we somehow made 2 seconds there. The gap previously needs to be 6 seconds. It only needs to be 3 now because Matty's accrued a 3-second penalty. As we're about to lap Saloon.
Okay, the gap behind is 2.2 seconds.
But already I'm not a fan of the soft tyres. Even after 1 lap I can feel the grip wearing off. And as you can see by lap 30, Matty's caught right up to us. So if we preferred the medium tyre, he definitely prefers the softer tyre. And we're really slow at the last corner again. So Matty may very well have a run on us here. We show him the inside. We defended it for now as we get into the second DRS zone. I think we have better traction coming off the corner. Just because Matty's line was a bit compromised. So he survived this lap, but there's still another 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go, sorry. Including this one. We're having to run in lean. As we nearly hit the curb and nearly spin there. A bit of poo came out then, Matty. So we're going to have to defend and defend now from Matty, and also hope that he gets some kind of 3-second penalty somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could argue if this was Lewis Hamilton, he wouldn't have got a penalty yet, but that's an argument for another day. Because Matty's even closer behind us this time. We're really struggling on these soft tyres. Yeah. Give him the space on the apex. He's got plenty of space. We're just going to get a nicer run though down the hill. We're side by side at this point. He's going to try around the outside. But we hold it just about. But I don't know for how much longer we'll be able to hold this on for. I like these softs. So as we go into lap 33 here, it'll be interesting to see if Matty can get a run on us this time as well. He's definitely putting the pressure on. Slightly tempted to cut my losses and go for a pit stop because there is a gap.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's
Because Matty's going to try up the inside again. And again we're going to give him the room. And again we just get a better drive out the first corner as we go down the hill. And I'm able to take the race in line. So another 2 laps defending to go. I'm still having to manage my fuel here as well. Although I have made a little bit of a gap from Matty during that. I think he must have made an error somewhere. But I'm sure he'll be back. As I get a ton of understeer going into that corner, and I run wide there as well. Very, very messy. But I don't think Matty's going to be close enough to me this time, or he might be.
okay. We have a gap of around 10 seconds until you reach the next car.
He's not going to be. So this is the lap that matters. I need to make enough of a gap so he can't get me on the start-finish straight in the next lap. Because it's pretty much impossible to overtake anywhere else. You alright? Oh shit, sorry. As yet again my heart skips a beat as I touch that white curb on the inside. Glued together for about 20 laps, it's been awesome. No. Oh, my penalties proper screwed me. This would be an awesome battle, guys. Is Matty's much closer to us as we go into the final lap? And I've got no grip now either. We're going to hit into Rich Mix and use all the ERS, but I don't think it's going to be enough this time. As Matty's already passed us by the time we've got in the corner, we're not going to be able to defend. And he'll have DRS going down the hill as well. So on the final lap we lose our podium position. Oh, my tyres are completely gone. What's been such another close battle between me and Matty. As the back marker gets out of the way, there's a yellow flag somewhere. But it's not going to affect the race.
We've been awarded a time penalty.
As we get another penalty, and that's the end of the podium. I was kind of hoping that maybe I could force Matty to a mistake somewhere and he'd gain another time penalty, but that's not to be. As the light on my dash now lights on to say I'm really losing tyre grip. And what a race that was. I'll lose out on the podium, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a great battle throughout the race.
That was an awesome
as we come
race.
home in P4.
Oh.
There's the final standings. Due to the glitchy nature of the game, it's put Laverick in P3, but he finished in P5. I finished P4, Matty P3 in the end. But what a great race, and looking forward to Spa next weekend.